Our life is governed by the flow of time, to the point that we often take it for granted. But what if I told you that at its fundamental level, time is much more complex than I would like it to be? Let's explore 3 mind-blowing facts about time in today's video, and stay tuned for a little surprise and a very special announcement. We always use temporal terms when we speak, right? Like in a year's time, or yesterday, or right now, in a minute. This is referring to a specific point on the timeline, on our timeline. But what if I told you that on a universal level, this meant absolutely nothing? Because your now is going to be a different now for somebody else located elsewhere in space. This is also called the relativity of simultaneity, and in other words, now cannot be defined in only one way. This is because the flow of time can very easily be influenced by many factors. For example, the general theory of relativity, published by Einstein in 1915, shows us that the more massive an object, the more it will distort space-time around it, causing time dilation. This is why clocks would run slower on Jupiter than on Mercury, because Jupiter is much more massive than Mercury is. Clocks would also run faster at the top of a mountain than at sea level because of the center of the Earth, although the difference would be way too small for you to notice it. But time also depends on the speed at which you're traveling through space, and that is the special theory of relativity here, published by Einstein in 1905. The closer you get to the speed of light, or the faster you travel through space, the slower time will go by for you, as light itself does not experience time. So your now will be a different now for somebody else located elsewhere in the universe. Therefore, there is no one single time. There might be an infinite amount of it. Now, retro-causality shows us that our actions in the present could influence the past, at least at the quantum level. This was shown in the Wheeler's delayed choice experiments proposed by John Wheeler himself. The famous double-slit experiment proposed by Thomas Young shows us that a photon can behave as both a particle or a wave until properly observed or monitored by a third party. In that case, its wave function collapses and the photon starts behaving like a normal particle. Now, John Wheeler proposed that instead of making the decision to observe or monitor the particle prior to it being emitted and sent towards the double slit, we could instead make the decision after, in order to test the observer's influence over the photon. It was found that the particle always chose the path consistent to the delayed choice, as if it somehow communicated with its past version. And this could explain quantum entanglement. The act of observing a particle, causing it to stop spinning both ways and pick a side, and triggering the exact same action for its partner particle despite being possibly light years apart from each other, could be explained by the information that would be sent from the particle in the present moment to its past version when the two particles were closed together. But through what process though? Well, we cover all of this in my new course, Time Immersion, on the true nature of time and the real science of time travel. Yes, that is my special announcement for you. So if you didn't know, I've launched my first immersive course on time a few days ago on my platform Nevieria. If you haven't watched the trailer, I encourage you to go check it out. I've posted it before this video so you can have a better look at it for yourself. And basically in this course we talk about the quantum physics, the beautiful philosophy of time, as well as the real science of time travel in 22 immersive videos. I've basically wanted to create a course that was different from a traditional course where I would just sit down and talk in front of the camera. I wanted to create something creative and different, and so I've created 3D environments using Unreal Engine that we explore together. I've created a story, a quest, in order to make your mind travel to other worlds, all whilst learning tons of information in the process. But that's not it, because in the third module, called Time Perception, there are over 30 videos where we explore our relationship with the past, the present and the future, how to heal from the past, how to learn from the past and let go of it, how to be more grounded and mindful in the present moment, how to take back control of our destiny by programming our future. We explore all of this in the third module, and you'll have access to little exercises as well as tons of tips and even meditations to help you. And I wanted to offer you a little gift just as a thank you for watching my videos. So you just have to enter the code PARADOX and you will get a 20% off discount, only available for a week. So be fast if you're interested. If you wanted to also learn more about the course, just click in the link in my description below and you'll be redirected to the course page so you can have a better look for yourself. And you can also have access to the first 3 videos of module 1 entirely for free. You don't even have to enter your email address or anything. And that will give you a better overview of what I mean by immersive. And this is for all my truth seekers who want to learn more about the universe and time and who may not always know where to start. You'll have tons of information there. Now, this is an excellent opening for the third exciting fact about time, which is on time paradoxes. I absolutely love time paradoxes, and I don't think I'm the only one. So time paradoxes can be categorized in 2 different groups. The first ones are closed causal loops, which is when traveling back to the past to complete a specific action ensures its fulfillment or creation. One good example of this is the bootstrap paradox. So what is the bootstrap paradox? Basically, if you were to travel back to the past and give the paper containing the special theory of relativity to Einstein himself before he wrote and published it, who should be considered the founder of the theory? You or Einstein? The second group is consistency paradoxes, and it's when traveling back to the past stops an action from being completed or created. For example, the grandfather paradox, which is a very known one, would imply you traveling back to the past and killing your grandfather before he had the chance to have children. This should stop you from existing, right? As there's no way for you to be born. Another example is Polchinski paradox, proposed by physicist Joseph Polchinski, where sending a billiard ball through a wormhole into the past could make it collapse with its past version, making it deflect and preventing it from ever entering the wormhole in the first place. There's actually a principle called the Nokimov self-consistency principle, which asserts that a time traveler is constrained to create a consistent version of history, making it impossible to create any sort of paradoxes. So what could be the solution, right? If we were to time travel to the past, there must be something preventing us from ever creating paradoxes, right? Otherwise it would violate the Nokimov self-consistency principle. Well, again, we cover all of that in my immersive course on time. So if you are interested in getting it, don't forget to enter Paradox, the code PARADOX, in order to get 20% off. There are 54 videos and a lot of information waiting for you there. So not only are you going to learn a lot, but you will also get to experience a whole new way of learning. How exciting. So let me know what you think, and thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't hesitate to share it if you find the topic of time as fascinating as I do, and you can also subscribe to my channel to show your support. You can follow me on Instagram for more content, and for the behind the scenes of my course you can also support me on Patreon and support the development of the platform of Noveria in the process, and my future courses, which I plan on making even more immersive and interactive. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and comment down below and let me know what you think is the most fascinating thing about time, and I will see you very soon for a new video. Take care.